just sitting here. And in a nutshell, he's asking me to leave because some parents feel uncomfortable with me being parked there. He goes, I've seen you here yesterday and the day before.
I would like to share with you all that my enjoying being in parks is not uncommon or unusual for me. Over the past 5+ years, I would go to the park and remember my stories, which I will share shortly, and daydream of the day when this nightmare I'm currently living is over, and I'd be far away from everything and live out my final days alone. The screenshots are taken from the manuscript from my first book, which was published late 2010. I won the rights back for my book in the summer of 2015. It's the story of my life, formatted in an interesting way. For example, I do not use anyone's real name or places, but rather use nicknames or descriptives when talking about someone particular. For example, I used the letter V when referencing the woman I married a lifetime ago, something with meaning between her and I. I've underlined in red the parts I wish to highlight. Page 25. My father and I would go to this massive park on the other side of town, where there was a little children's train ride that would go around and through the park. I really enjoyed riding on this train. I would ask to keep riding it, sometimes until it closed. I used to sit and just look around at all the people, the squirrels, birds, and the river that ran through the park. I would wonder how the train worked, who was the person driving the train, and why the ride wasn't longer. Regular stops at the convection stand for my father and I was common. Hot dogs, cheeseburgers, ice cream, pop, chips, it had it all. Page 134. I ended up showing her around the city, other cities, and tourist places in my country. She and I had such wonderful times then. I took pictures of her everywhere we went. We would go to the park, feed the squirrels, and just walk around. Nothing else mattered to us. Time, for what it was, stood still, and we wanted every moment to last forever. The rest of the world around us was still there, and wasn't about to let us be in peace. We knew things were about to get a bit worse for us, but we said as long as we stayed together, nothing else matters. Page 163. I would still continue to smoke cigarettes, I guess as a way to punish myself and deal with my personal frustrations. Too much time would have passed, and these days with V are now but a chapter in my life story. I later learned she would be sent off to some faraway country, and I never heard anything more. For many years afterwards, I would go to the park in my country and feed the squirrels as I promised her I would do before that last photo of her was taken. I am that person people see sitting alone, somewhat battered in life, feeding squirrels in a park, with a slight smile as if I'm off in my own world. In the past, when I was happy, there were too many battles for V and I to fight. The government, the agency, our families and friends. In the end, the battle was lost with that of her family and her own mind. I would sit for hours in the park remembering the only person who meant the world to me, the person I battled a nation to be with, the person I crossed an ocean to find, the person who was still and is my soulmate. Not a day would pass since the last time we touched, when I would say her name or visit her in her dream house. To this very day, I've not been involved with anyone or wanted to be. To this very day, I've been alone. V and I have never been formally separated, let alone divorced. I still have the little white baby sock, now dirty with time, with my wedding ring inside of it. Kept safe in the Christian holy book, the Bible, the book V and I once read from together every night. This is what my going to parks used to mean to me. It brought me happiness via memories. In life we have good times and bad times. We must learn from the bad times and cherish the good times, which is what I used to do when sitting in parks, not being consumed by either. May 4th, 2013, I was beaten and almost killed by 2 officers in a park, followed by this current nightmare. June 5th, 2018, I was deemed a creeper because I was sitting in the park alone as a middle-aged white male. What little joy I once had in life, even during the past 5+ years, have been crushed by the busybodies making uninformed conclusions while escalating matters beyond stupid, which is the root cause of my current nightmare today. I lost everything. I have nothing left.